the days that I did not pray for him, he would lose the game. The whole game would be lost.
Wow.
So it was then he realized that I was...
He needs you.
Yeah,
in his life.
Pretty much.
So he would tell you to pray.
He would tell me to pray, and I would pray for him. I would, all these things. And we would do that on and off. And then we would stop talking sometimes because he was in college doing his own thing. And then I was in college at that time. And, I would talk to certain boys, but I would realize, there's no connection.
You're not interested.
Yeah. And, him being a basketball player, tall, dark, and handsome, the girls were all over him. Yeah. So he was in his college. And so it was on and off. But for some reason, we would always sense each other. It's the weirdest thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we would sense each other.
Yeah.
And so there were times where I would be driving back home from Buffalo, which is about 8 hours to New York, sometimes even 10 hours driving. So we would be driving, and then as soon as I hit, New Jersey area, he would call me. And he's like, Ohima, which means queen in our language. He's like,
is that your name?
No, but that's what he calls me because I'm his queen.
Yeah. So he would call you queen from then?
Yeah, he would call me queen. He would say, Ohima, how are you? I miss you. And I'm like, do you have a monitoring spirit or something? Why do you know I'm here? It happened about 6 times. Every time me and my friends were driving back and I hadn't heard from him in months and months, he would magically call. So I used to tell him, do you have a tracker on me or something? Why do you know when I'm here? So one day we met up. We went to the movie theaters, and I had on this black cat suit. And I'm like, oh, he better touch up on me. He better, And I put on a long jacket. We go to the movie theaters, and he's a perfect gentleman. He didn't try to touch me. He didn't try to kiss me. He didn't put his arms around me.
And you were ready. You're like, he better touch.
I'm like, something better happen. I'm ready to risk it all right now. I've been good all my life.
I might as well.
So
then when you're ready, he's playing Mr. Man.
Yeah. He literally sat there and watched the movie like this. And I'm like, is this serious? So something happened in the movie theaters, and they actually had to kick us all out to stand outside so they can fix, I don't know if something broke or water main pipe or something.
Right.
So we stand outside, and then I have the jacket, and I open the jacket, I have my little cat suit on, and I'm like...
Yeah,
and he's legit looking in the air like, yeah, the movie's pretty good. And I'm like, what kind of man is this? So
wow.
We finished the movie. He didn't touch me, didn't try to kiss me, didn't do nothing. We sat in the car, and we're driving back home, and I'm just like, and whatever. He's talking, and he's like, I really like you. And I'm like, whatever. I don't have time for you.
How do you show it? You don't even know how to show it.
So I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So we get to the front of my house, and he's like, I really had a great time with you. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And then he magically said,